Hey, everyone. Happy Wednesday. You are here at the new home of the Libra Lounge with Keisha show. So, I have so much stuff to share with you guys. First, I'm sure you're going to notice that we are straight audio tonight. We're not doing video. Reason being is that we just relocated. A lot of you guys may not know, have known that the Libra Lounge studio was actually in our home. It was upstairs. I ran my businesses from home, but it was most definitely time to expand. Mostly because I was tired of having all of our guests in our house every week. But we just moved into our new office. When did we start moving? On Saturday, actually. So we're in our new location. I'm going to be running all the businesses from here. And so right now we pretty much got things set up, but I'm tired and crabby and have been a total bitch today and didn't do my makeup, my hair, or anything like that. So we are going straight audio. Actually, if you guys even want to give us commentary on, if you like video or audio better, that would be great. We're probably not going to listen to your suggestions, but hey, you can go ahead and suggest. So want to say a big thank you to our show sponsor, the Million Harris. Currently, right now, the big sale she is having is $10 hair products and $10 skincare products. If you go to the Million Harris Instagram page or Facebook page, you will see some of her skincare line as well as her hairline. And as always, you can go to our website, which is www.themillionharris.com. Place your order and make sure to use my discount code, which is Libra20, and you will save 20% off your purchase. If you by chance have an event coming up, or if you have a business and you're looking for some additional advertisement, hey, you can do it right here on the Libra Lounge with Keisha. You get social media posts as well as you'll get a commercial during our podcast. If you're interested, make sure to send us an email at sales@pinkphoenixmedia.net. I had to look over at producer James because y'all all know by now I will give a wrong website in a minute. Doesn't matter if it's your website or my website. It's probably, I get confused with is it .com, is it .org, is it .net, is it .edu, is it .gov? That's a lot to remember. I mean, I think the most important part is that I remember the first half of it, right?
Yeah, I'll take that.
So funny thing is, so tonight, if you follow me on social media, you saw that my daughter Skylar was supposed to be my co-host for this evening, but that shit got all kinds of fucked up. And let me tell you why. So my daughter's 16. She's a junior in high school. She's really excited that, we got her this new spot, because she's been bitten by the entrepreneur bug as well. And that's fine and great. She's been on the show before, or you've heard her in the background, or you've seen her in the background. So today she wanted to come and be my co-host, which, cool, great. So when she got home from school, I asked her, did she have any homework? And she said, no, I don't. I just got to do my AP Physics test review. Now, let me just add this part in. That AP Physics class has been kicking her ass all year, and I don't necessarily think it's her fault. I'm not the type of person that says, oh, it's my kid, she must be right, but I think it's somewhat some of the teacher. But anywho, so we went out to dinner, me, her, producer James went out to dinner. Then let me tell you about dinner. Let me pause right there. So the three of us are at dinner, we're eating, and a topic came up. Something came up that I know that I had told producer James, but when I said it, he acted like it was the first time he ever heard it before, and said I didn't tell him. And I said, no, I did tell you. I told you more than once. And he's like, no, you didn't. You didn't tell me. I didn't know. And I got up and I just left. I left him and Skylar at the restaurant, got in my truck and drove off, went to Starbucks, called my best friend because I just had to vent. So that's part of it. And of course, they're both sitting there at the table looking like two sad, dropped off puppy dogs because I got up and left. Now, mind you, I did leave, but he also had his car there. So they weren't left without transportation, but if you know them, they both had that stupid ass look on their faces. So Okay, so he and Skylar come to our new studio, and when I get here, all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, I didn't know we were gonna have this much time in between. I'm gonna call Alex to bring, which is my brother, to bring me my backpack." And I'm like, "Okay, fine, whatever." And then I start thinking, "Okay, so you're calling him to bring you your backpack so you can study." That doesn't make sense because by the time he gets here, we're gonna be starting the show. And then it dawned on me, if you need someone to bring your backpack so you can study, then your ass needs to go home. You should be at home. So I told her, I was like, no, tell him to come and pick you up and take you home. So by then, it gets real fucking quiet, and I already know what's going down. That means she's over in some corner with her big ass crocodile tears crying. And yes, she was. So I told her to come here, and this little heifer told me no. And when by the time I finished the word "what," she was already making her way over here because she quickly got her mind together because she knows this, that you don't tell me no like that. So we had all kinds of drama. She actually said, "Why are you being so snarky today?" I tell you what, there's nothing worse than already being in a bad mood, being stressed out, being irritated, than having a fucking 16-year-old not tell you you're being snarky, but to ask you as though she's an adult, she's paying your car note, she's paying your mortgage, ask me why I'm being so snarky. So at that point, I was really just done with her. I wasn't even mad at producer James anymore after that because I'm just like, this trick just asked me why was I being snarky. So yeah, that is some of the stuff that happened up until showtime right now. So, if you're a friend of the Libra Lounge, you know what time it is. It's time for the Gab.
We know she has a really big mouth, which sounds kind of dirty, and that's probably true too. Let's gossip. The Gab with Keisha.
Alrighty, so Miss Miranda Lambert went a little bit gangster and ghetto in a restaurant in Nashville the other night. So, according to what I read, Miranda and some of her friends went to a steakhouse. They were enjoying their meal, but one of the people that she was with got into, I don't even know if it was an altercation, but they had words in the bathroom, which is weird because I just assume when men go to the restroom, they try to do everything they can not to look anywhere but at their own dick because they don't want someone else to think that they're looking at their dick. So I don't know what went down in that bathroom, but they got into an argument. So when Miranda's friend came back to the table, of course, he's telling everyone what happened. And the guy that he got into it with approaches Miranda's table and starts going off cussing and all of this stuff. So Miranda basically told her friend, you know what, I got this. Starts cussing this old dude out. Then, to make matters worse, she cussed him out, stood up, walked over to where the man was sitting at and dumped her salad on top of the woman's head. So, I made a post about this earlier and I'm like, well, it must have not been one of those $500 salada salads because you just don't waste that shit. It's expensive. You want to try to eat all of it. So that was just a little bit almost ghetto how pissed off are you that you actually dump your food on someone's head? I thought that was stuff that people did like in high school or for a movie, but she did. Of course, the cops were called, but by the time they got there, Miranda and her crew had already gone. No police reports were made, but I think that's pretty damn funny. And that is most definitely a story that lady will be able to tell her kids, grandkids, great grandkids. That is going to be that woman's claim to fame that Miranda Lambert dumped her salad. Hopefully there wasn't dressing on the salad all over this poor woman's head. So we all know that a couple of weeks ago, Jussie Smollett, who's one of the stars of the Fox show Empire, was attacked at 2:00 in the morning in Chicago by two men, masked men, who, I don't even know if I want to say beat up because I guess he kind of did. A rib got broken. He had like maybe two bruises on his face, but according to Jussie, they poured bleach on him. They tied a noose around his neck and called him names, derogatory names, called him a faggot, called him a nigger. And they said that they were part of the Make America Great movement and all this good stuff, which you guys have all heard that because it's been all over the news. But since then, some really odd things have happened. There's a lot of holes in this story. Initially, of course, I believe Jussie 100%. And still right now, I want to believe him. But, 2 plus 2 is supposed to equal 4. And his 2 plus 2 is equaling like 125. It's just, it doesn't add up. And here's why. Okay. So, according to Jussie, maybe a couple of weeks before this attack, someone sent a letter to Fox Chicago addressed to Jussie saying that they were going to kill him. All right, you know what? That's something you don't have to tell me twice. I'm going to need y'all to have security follow me everywhere. I'm going to have a gun on me, a knife on me, a baton on me. I'm going to have all kinds. I'm going to be walking around with a bulletproof vest on, a helmet, all that stuff. So think about that, okay? So that happens. And then, we've all gotten up in the middle of the night and you're hungry because remember, Jussie went to a Subway restaurant. He walked there while it was cold and nighttime after someone had already threatened to do bodily harm to him. But he still decided to do that. I mean, I'm just going to be like, whatever's in the refrigerator and in the cabinet, I'm going to just have to make a meal out of that. I don't care if that's got to be me making tomato basil soup out of ragu sauce, or if I just got to have some ramen noodles, some cereal, something. I'm not going out at 2 o'clock in the morning in the cold and somebody already said they were going to kill me by myself. Okay, so think about that. Next. And I didn't even know this one until someone told me this yesterday after I made a post. So he says these men tied a noose around his neck, okay? But he kept the rope around his neck until the cops got there. That makes no sense to me. No one does that. You know what I mean? If someone, okay, I just got attacked. Someone poured bleach on me. Then they tied a noose around my neck. Soon as I know that they're gone, I'm taking the fucking rope off my neck. But he kept it on his neck, okay? So that's 2. Then it gets better. If you recall, a few days after Jussie got out of the hospital, he flew to California and had a performance. Okay, that's fine. You're okay. You're all about your money. Great. But check this out. It took him 2 weeks. That's 2 weeks. What's that? 14 days to give the police his phone records because Jussie claims that he was on the phone with his manager when the attack started, which police are like, okay, we just need verification of this. It took him 2 weeks to do this, okay? In between that time, he's catching flights, giving performances, signing autographs, all this stuff, but he hasn't done anything to help this investigation. This Monday, he finally turned in the phone records. But instead of giving them an actual phone bill, which is what they requested, or even they said, hey, we can download the information directly from your phone, which I wouldn't have done that anyway, because I'm like, I don't need you knowing all of my business. Jussie sends them over a PDF file. And the police are like, we can't accept this. It's a PDF file that can be modified so many ways. No, we need the phone record. So that just sounds fishy to me. Like, why would you send over a PDF file instead of just giving them the actual phone bill? Because the phone bill doesn't really give anything but, a record of who you called, just the numbers, who you text, the amount of times, all of that. But it seems like it would have been more work to scan and copy it and make it a PDF file instead of just giving it to them, okay? So lastly, a lot of the people in the no, there's 2 more things. So police have been going to all of the surrounding businesses that have cameras that are pointing in the direction that Jussie said this attack happened. And guess what? They can't find shit. They can't find the men walking. They can't find anything of the attack. Nada, okay? So on top of that, some of the people that live, his neighbors, have been speaking out to the press, and they have said, Jesse is saying that this attack happened, that it was racially motivated, and that he was targeted because he's gay. And they're saying this neighborhood is predominantly black and gay and has always been, and there's never been any problems with attacks. So I don't know. I'm feeling some type of way. I want to believe Jesse, because it leads you to ask the question, why did he do this? Is it because the ratings for Empire have gone down significantly? I'm not sure, but it doesn't add up. Producer James is opening his mouth, so I know he's got something to say. So go ahead.
Well, just a couple things. One, I have also heard that somebody is kind of putting it out there that maybe he was going to hook up with somebody, and that didn't go so well, and they had some kind of physical fight, or kind of a hookup gone bad. The other thing, not just the missing evidence and everything that you just mentioned, but the description of that is so, like, here's the thing. No one does that anymore. I just say it, but as racially sensitive as the entire world is, you think if those kind of things were a thing, you would hear about them. They get national attention every single time something like that happened.
Right.
And there's none. People don't do that, especially in that part of California, in that neighborhood.
Well, it was in Chicago.
I'm sorry.
But keep in mind, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry. If I'm going to attack somebody, it's going to have to be before 2 a.m. because I'm going to be asleep at 2 a.m.
Well, not only that, somebody has to carry around.
Yes, knowing that you were going to be out at 2 o'clock in the morning. It does not add
up.
up.
In Chicago,
yeah,
which is the least. So just from the statistics, there's almost no white on black crime,
right?
Statistically speaking, in Chicago, it is predominantly black on black crime.
And like his neighbor said, because as soon as this story broke, I think everyone just, except for my mom said it. I have to give it to her. She said from the jump, something doesn't sound right with this story. I don't believe it. But I'm thinking, no, Jesse got attacked. Let me post about this. This must be true. I'm like, it's a double hate crime. But as the time goes on, I'm like, this shit just does not, none of it makes sense at all. I don't know.
If he would have said, or if the story was, I got jumped and beat up and called some names, then I'm almost automatically with you. Like,
or
at that time of day,
you got robbed. It would have made more sense to say, I went out at 2 o'clock in the morning in the cold and I got robbed. That makes more sense than, this is almost like someone tried too hard to come up with a story.
Well, yeah.
A dumb story, because it's not good at all.
It's one thing to get mugged. It's another thing to all of a sudden be a scene
double
in
hate
American
crime.
History X.
Yeah.
Like, and then the whole, they were wearing Trump MAGA hat. I'm like, it's too crafted to me.
Yeah. And even with the evidence that, they have not been able to get any video footage, I was still riding with Jesse. Even when they said that he hadn't turned in the phone records, I was still riding with Jesse. I was just kind of like, But when they actually interviewed the neighbors, his neighbors, they were like, this has never happened before. And it's not like this is a white neighborhood and someone targeted him because he's black and gay. This whole neighborhood is black and gay.
Yep. And not only that, remember when Rihanna got beat up by Chris Brown?
Right.
How quick were the photos of Rihanna's busted up face
Quick.
on the internet? So if he had got beaten up, was sitting there with a noose around his neck.
He had the noose around his neck until the cops came.
Do you think that those photos, he wouldn't have taken photos himself and released it? I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It seems like.
And who called the cops? I can't recall who called the cops. Because I haven't read anywhere where it said who actually called the cops.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sure the truth is going to come out either way with it, because at this point I know the cops are, yes, they've been focusing on trying to find these attackers, but now there's a big ass question mark hanging over Jesse's head. So now they're going to start looking into him and thinking like, why would he do something like this? Alrighty, moving along. It is Wednesday night, and y'all know Wednesday night is my night, not because my show is on, but because the Real Housewives of New Jersey is on, and tonight is going to be the big season finale. If you have been watching all season, this has been an amazing season. It's been full of drama. Lots of stuff has happened, but tonight it looks like shit really hits the fan at Jennifer's anniversary party at her house, which is, according to her, the best house that's ever been created on planet Earth, with her 16 bathrooms. It looks like, things boiled over between Danielle Staub's then husband, because remember, she got married on the show, but they only stay married 3 months. So during this time of filming, Marty's all pro Danielle, this, and that. So in doing that, since the friendship between Danielle and Margaret has come to an end, Marty has felt the need to talk about Marge. Now, here's the thing. When two women are beefing, let them beef. The men they don't have any say-so in this. So Marty has gone on to say in front of Marge's husband that Marge is jealous of Danielle because Danielle is the most beautiful woman and all of this shit. Well, it looks like he came with that again, and Joe, which is Marge's husband, just wasn't having it. His ass gets pushed in the pool. So it is on right now. Don't you dare stop listening to us to go watch it. You better DVR that shit just like I do and watch it after the show. All right, as we all know, tomorrow is one of the biggest Hallmark holidays of all time. It is Valentine's Day, and I'm sure it's some single fat girl right now in her bed eating a whole pack of Oreo cookies, double stuffed, sad because once again she does not have a boyfriend on Valentine's Day. It's okay, girl. It's you know what? It's no big deal to not have a Valentine's Day date. That's just extra money you can spend on yourself. That's how I would look at it. But it leads to the question, are gift cards really thoughtful gifts? What do you think, Producer James?
I think they are, only if they're a gift card to a place the person likes to shop. Because here's the thing. If I like Cabela's or, Academy,
right,
and you get me a gift card to Academy because I shop there, thoughtful. You give me a vanilla Visa gift card, you should have just given me $50 in cash.
Yeah.
That was not thoughtful at all.
Well, I personally love gift cards because how many times have you gotten a gift from someone and it's something that you don't like, it's the wrong size, it's a color you don't like, so it's something you already have. I think gift cards are great, but yes, it needs to be a gift card that that person is actually going to use. Just to piggyback off of what Producer James said, if someone gave me a Cabela gift card, I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? But anyone who knows me knows that they can give me a gift card to, well, number one, I always get Starbucks gift cards because I love Starbucks. Give me a gift card to Hobby Lobby. I always get those too because I love Hobby Lobby. Or you can give me a gift card to Target. I personally think the person who came up with the idea of gift cards is a genius because it makes things a lot simpler. I think it takes a lot of pressure off of the gift giver by giving someone a gift card because you don't have to worry about this. I can't even tell you how many times someone has given me a gift and it's more something that they like. And James used to be real bad about that. He used to be a horrible gift giver.
Still
and it
am.
has taken him like 11 years to kind of get, when you give a gift to someone else, it needs to be something that they like. James?
Well, let's be real honest. I just let you pick everything out now.
Yeah, and I'm totally okay with that.
I mean, other than for other people. So just for the audience.
Oh,
knows,
yeah. If you get a gift from us, that meant I went shopping and got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because James was really bad. He would go and get people things that he liked. I don't get that. But some people are just, it's a lot of stress to go out and really find a gift for someone. Because you have to always think, oh, what size do they wear? Do I ask them what size they wear? I wonder, do they have this? Gift cards are great. You will never, ever, ever hear me say a bad thing about gift cards because I think that they are genius. Only if you get them something that you know that they will use. If someone's just got a new car, hey, give them a gift card with gas for a gas gift card. To me, great. That means I can get some gas. I can go get a drink. I can go get a snack. That's a great gift right there. But I don't know.
Yeah, I
So
mean, and as well for me, like I sometimes think if somebody gives me a gift card, the gift they really gave me was the chance for me to have to go and do something. Like you just gave, like your gift to me was an hour and a half of shopping I hadn't planned on doing.
yeah, it's I will say this for sure with having a teenager, gift cards come in really easy
Oh
because
yeah,
teenagers change things that they like all the time. So yeah, I love grabbing a gift card from a teenager because they like it. So
hey,
anyway,
I like getting a gift card to a teenager to give to another teenager because that means I only got to stop at Walgreens one time.
yes, and I will say this that the best places to get gift cards from are Walgreens, Target, and I know a lot of you are going to be surprised, but Lowe's has great selection of gift cards. I don't really shop at Walmart all that much, but for some odd reason this week I've been there twice, which is like almost a record for me because I usually go to Target. But I went to Walmart today to find a gift card for Skylar, and the selection was, well, I guess it was Walmart. It was horrible. I'm like, never again will I go to Walmart and try to find a damn gift card because their selection it's bad, really, really bad. So when we get back from this break, we're going to have Ask Keisha's pre-Valentine's Day special. We got some good questions that came in, and we're going to answer them for you guys. We'll be right back. Femme Fatale is the fully equipped boutique-style gym and fitness club that is taking a new and innovative approach to women's health and fitness. Our main goal is to provide a comfortable and completely judgment-free venue for women of all ages and fitness levels to come exercise and feel like a positive fit family. We understand the busy lifestyle of today's women, so we also provide 30 minutes to 1 hour fitness classes, including the newest trends like boot camps, yoga, and body bar. We also offer a break room for school-aged children to hang out, as well as a tanning bed and sauna. We are located at 689 FM 517 West in Dickinson, Texas, and our phone number is 281-678-8037. Mention the Libra Lounge and get $10 off your initiation fee. We look forward to growing our fit family with you. All right, welcome back to the Libra Lounge with Keisha. Today is our pre-Valentine's Day special. But before we get started with the questions that you guys sent in, I just want to remind you that you can watch or listen to our show in many different ways. Of course, you can always come back to Facebook and watch our live broadcast. Or please subscribe to our YouTube channel. All you have to do is Google search the Libra Lounge with Keisha YouTube and subscribe to us. Also subscribe to us on iTunes. If you subscribe to us on iTunes, we would love it if you would give us a 5-star review. Or you can download the TuneIn app and mark us as one of your favorites. Or you can subscribe to our website, which is www.libralounge.net. Those are all the ways that you can watch or listen to the show. And of course, please follow us on social media. Instagram, Facebook, and the Twitter. The Twitter just still is an odd little creature to me. I don't get it, but I be tweeting. All right, let's get to the questions. Producer James has got the questions, and he's going to ask them, and I'm going to try to answer them brutally, honestly, though I don't even know any other way. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, and let's roll it.
Okay. First up, we have Jackie from New York who asks, "What is the perfect gift to give your husband?"
What is the perfect gift to give your husband? I'm going to
Anal.
dig down deep to my inner male. And I think the best gift from a male's perspective is probably sex. You know, I'm going to piggyback again off of what producer James said. He said that every man wants anal sex. So you don't have to do anal sex as the perfect gift, but do something different. Spice it up a little bit. So if that means you got to, you know, put some hot wax on his body, blindfold him, have someone else joining you guys. Yeah, men will never, ever, ever say no to sex. And 9 times out of 10, they would rather have sex than go out to dinner somewhere. So I think sex is the perfect gift. But of course, like, for example, producer James is into doing woodwork. So I guess I could go buy him a chunk of wood and he would be happy. But, you know, you should always know what your partner is into. And then you gift based on that. If it's Valentine's Day, I mean, you guys could go get a couples massage, something like that. But when it comes down to it, the guy's going to want sex at the end of the night anyway. So sex is the perfect gift to give your husband, especially if you've been like me and you haven't given it up in like 5 years. So yeah, sex is the perfect gift for husbands. And let's roll to the next question.
Okay, next one is, hope I get this name right, Nabil from Miami, Florida. My new girlfriend and I have been dating for 2 weeks. Do I give her a Valentine's Day gift?
Ooh.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. I would say no.
And you would be dumb.
Well, here's the thing. I don't even know if you can consider someone to be your girlfriend or your boyfriend after only 2 weeks.
At Valentine's Day time, it don't matter.
Ooh, but here's the thing. Okay, so you've been dating someone for 2 weeks. You don't really know them. You probably, I'm assuming, haven't even had sex with them yet. But maybe you have. I don't know.
Look, if you held somebody's hand on February 13th, you better be getting a Valentine's Day gift.
Here's the thing. I would not put a whole bunch of thought into giving someone a gift and you've only been dating them for 2 weeks because you don't know them. But at the same time, you cannot totally ignore the fact that it is Valentine's Day. I wouldn't get them some heartfelt gift. I would give them something to acknowledge, hey, happy Valentine's Day. You're my sweetheart. So here's a box of candy and here's a teddy bear and keep it moving. Don't get her jewelry because she really is going to think y'all are in a like committed relationship. And I don't think anyone is in a real relationship until at least after 3 months.
Yeah, this is a terribly tough question.
2 weeks.
It really is.
Yeah.
2 weeks. I mean, it's on the one hand, you want to be nice.
Right.
On the other hand, like you said, you don't want to give somebody unreasonable expectations. So you're really like, just get her a pencil.
Get her something cute. Like, you know, get her something cute for her office. Just, you have to be careful with what you get because you could be doing more damage than what you realize. Do not buy that bitch any jewelry. Take her to McDonald's. Let her get the supersized meal. Give her some flowers. Give her some candy and a teddy bear. And that's it. No jewelry, no perfume, no sexy underwear, none of that. Because then she's going to be asking you for a goddamn key to your apartment. So that's my opinion. Other people probably think that's mean and cruel, but no, 2 weeks. I wouldn't even. That's still the talking phase. We're dating. You're not my permanent date. 2 weeks.
Yeah, my advice would be put a total freeze on all dating activities 30 days before and after Valentine's Day.
I know. This is the season where you should not be trying to enter a new relationship. Once Thanksgiving is over, new relationships are shut down until St. Patrick's Day. So because it's too much pressure, like, do I buy her or him a Christmas present? Do I have to be with them on New Year's Eve? Oh shit, now it's Valentine's Day. Do I, no. After Thanksgiving, no new relationships. Or if you are in a relationship and you're kind of iffy about that person, that's the time to dump them. And nothing new until March.
Yeah, there's like, if you think about it, from December till February, you've got Christmas, you've got New Year's, and you've got Valentine's Day. That's like 90 days of lock-in. Somebody can get your ass in. And
then that's a lot of money you got to spend on the person. That's a lot of gifts you got to give. Yes. 2 weeks. No, because I don't know. I don't feel like you really know a person. I think you're intrigued with a person at 2 weeks. You're kind of, oh, I'm feeling this person. You got the butterflies. By that fourth week, you'll be like, oh my God, this person farts in their sleep. I don't want to deal with that. So 2 weeks is just too soon. What is the guy's name?
Oh, this was Nabil.
Nabil, no, keep it really simple. Acknowledge it. Give her something cutesy, but don't give her something romantic.
Be nice, but not over the top.
No, not at all. Because then you're gonna have a level 7 stalker on your ass when you try to break up with her. Okay, what's next?
Next one's a good one.
Uh-huh.
So this is Christy from Dayton, Texas. I recently found
There's
out
a
that
Dayton,
my husband,
Texas.
yeah, of course there's a Dayton. There's only
I
one.
thought
Dayton.
it was Dayton, Florida, or Ohio.
Dayton, Ohio.
Ohio.
Oh,
There's
no,
a Dayton, Texas.
Yeah, absolutely.
James be making up shit, y'all.
No,
Don't believe that.
No, Dayton is just right north of here.
Okay, I thought Dallas was.
Well, that's also north. So is
I've
Delaware.
never heard of
There's
Dayton.
lots of D towns.
I've never
north
heard
of
of Dayton, Texas. Producer James Line, but go ahead and ask the question.
Google it. You only live in the States your whole fucking life.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I recently found that my husband has been cheating on me. I also found out where and when he will be with his side chick on Valentine's Day. Should I confront them in a public place?
Ooh, okay. Should I answer this question as the old Keisha or the new Keisha?
Let's answer it as the old Keisha first, and then we'll talk about what you've learned.
Okay. Old Keisha says, go up there with your ghetto ass cousins them, whoop that bitch's ass, and then immediately whoop that motherfucker's ass and act a plum fool in that restaurant. Tell everybody he cheated. You email everybody at his job the video footage that you have of them fucking. You tell all the Little League parents what he did. Tell him he got a venereal disease. All of it, okay? That is what old Keisha would say. Okay. That's Keisha 6 years ago. Keisha today would say this. No. Do not confront them in a public place. Don't even let him know you know what's going on. Let him go out with his side hoe, enjoy his dinner, have sex, or whatever it is that they're going to do. But when he comes home, all of his shit needs to be in the front yard, or all of his shit needs to be at his mama's house. That way, you ain't got to say a goddamn thing. He's going to know. You know exactly what is going on. That way, you don't get arrested. You don't have to risk your weave tracks getting pulled out. You're all good. That is what I would do. What about you, James? What do you think she should do?
I think if she knows right now, I think she should break up with him immediately. I don't.
It's her husband. It's not her boyfriend. She can't just break up with him.
Leave him. I mean, here's the thing. If she knows that's happening, I don't see any reason anymore at our age, and I don't know how old she is, but I think at any age this applies. If you know your husband's cheating on you, call it out immediately, address it immediately. Don't sit and wonder how you should treat it. Treat it the way it deserves to be treated.
Which to me is to gather all of his belongings and move them out of your house.
I agree.
Yeah, and say, and you can even write on the box, you can take your shit to that bitch's house. That way you're not stressing yourself out because, you're going through the mourning process of, your relationship ending, but, you don't have to deal with the consequences of acting a fool in public. The result is going to be the same, that you get rid of this dude, unless you feel like you want to keep him. I don't know.
Well, and the public place part is a big part of that too, because you do something in public, everyone's got a camera. All of a sudden,
you'll be on World Star.
You'll be you'll be on World Star.
But hey, you know what? In this day and time, you could get your own goddamn reality show from that video of you acting a fool being posted and going viral.
Catch me outside.
Exactly. All right. That's sad, because I think the majority of people have been cheated on or cheated on a partner, and it sucks. it sucks when you have a feeling that someone is doing something, but when you get the confirmation that it's being done, it's really worse. So, Christy, I hope that you sit down and really think about if you want to try to save this relationship, if it's even worth it. I don't know. Maybe your dude's going through a phase. I don't know what I don't know. It could be a number of things, but most definitely don't go and confront them in public unless you got some bill money, put off to the side. Then that way, do you, boo. YOLO. All right. Let's read the next question.
Okay. Trina from Dallas, which there is a Dallas.
Shut up.
We did establish that.
Whatever.
I hate Valentine's Day every year because I'm single. What can I do this year to enjoy the day?
Bitch, stop being single.
Bitch, put out more.
Yeah, here's the thing is that I hate the fact that Valentine's Day, again, it's something that should be enjoyable, but it really is a cause of stress on so many people, and it's just a fucking stupid Hallmark holiday. I mean, case in point, James and I have been together for 11 years, and I looked at him yesterday and was like, so are we gonna exchange gifts for Valentine's Day? Because I'm cool if we don't. Because the reality of it is we both have been super busy these last few days, and I'm tired. I don't feel like going. I'm a really good gift giver because I put a lot of thought into getting a person a gift, and I can't do it right now. I can't even concentrate enough to even do it, and I'm completely fine with him not getting me something because we buy things for one another all the time. But back to Trina, lonely in Dallas. Go get yourself a massage. Go do something for you, because here's the thing: you should be in love with yourself instead of being sad about not being in a relationship. Case in point, the question before, that this woman is married and her husband's cheating on her. Valentine's Day is not a reason to be down on yourself, to be upset with yourself, or feel inadequate because you don't have a partner. If you're getting up every day doing what you need to do, you got your own job, you got your own place, you're doing your own thing, continue to do that. Fuck Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? Go get with your girlfriends, because I have a feeling you probably have some other single friends that are feeling the same way. Y'all go out and go do something. Go get massages, go to the movies, go out. Don't go out to eat because everybody's out to eat, because we all know that Valentine's Day is the day that all men go out to dinner with their side chicks. Yes, men do not take their wives out on Valentine's Day and here's why. If you have a side chick and you don't take her out on Valentine's Day, she's going to act the motherfucking fool. She's going to be calling your wife, calling your job because she's pissed off. It's way easier for a man to explain to his wife or the woman he's in a relationship with, hey, baby, you know what? It's going to be crowded on Valentine's Day. Why don't you and me go out on the 13th or the 15th so we can avoid the crowds and this and that. Guys, it's true. It is true. You can even Google search that shit. It is true. Men always take their side hoes out on Valentine's Day, because the last thing you want is for your side hoe to be pissed off at you, because she's gonna cause all kinds of havoc. So back to Trina. It's just another day. Tomorrow's Thursday. Big fucking deal. Get up in the morning, do your hair, put your makeup on, put some red lipstick on, feel good about yourself, and you walk confidently. And believe me, everybody that's in a relationship and everyone who's celebrating Valentine's Day tomorrow is not happy. So as long as you're happy, that's all that matters. Fuck Valentine's Day, okay?
Yep. Valentine's Day is a day of love, no matter what.
And it doesn't say it's not, and that's just the thing, is that people say Valentine's Day is a day of love, so they automatically assume that means couples. But I'm sure you love a lot of other people.
Well, and what does RuPaul say?
If you can't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love somebody else? So, Trina, do you, boo. Do you. All right. So, do we have another question before we take a break?
Yep, one more, and then we'll take a break.
Okay.
Kim from Nolans. I've been checking my daughter's phone, and I found out that her and her boyfriend are planning on having sex for the first time on Valentine's Day. She's only 17. What should I do?
Oh, my God.
Castration, murder, vengeful killing, and a Viking funeral. End of story. Next.
Yeah, that's coming from a dad of a 16-year-old. Oh, that one's hard. And
You said hard.
you're so fucking immature. Okay, so you found out that your daughter and her boyfriend are planning on having sex on Valentine's Day for the first time, and she's only 17 years old. What should you do? Okay, so she's 17. She's in this relationship with this dude. They're already talking about sex. So they're going to fuck. Whether it's Valentine's Day, the day after Valentine's Day, or a week after that. If they're already talking about it, they're ready to fuck. There's nothing you can do. Now, you can prevent them from having sex on Valentine's Day by telling her she can't go out. Okay, you've prolonged it a day. But the most important thing that you can do is sit down and talk to your daughter and say, look, I'm sure you're thinking about having sex. Talk about, practicing safe sex. Of course, remind her that she doesn't have to do it if she doesn't want to do it. You explain, look, because this is when me and Scholar have talked about sex, I'm honest with her. I'm like, really? There's nothing great that a 16 or 17-year-old boy can do for you sexually. It just isn't. It's really just a lot of movement, and that's it, because no one knows what they're doing at 16 and 17. Okay, of course, I'm sure people like James Dean, the porn star, he probably did when he was 16 or 17. But just explain to them, look, you're gonna do this. It's not probably gonna be what all you think it's gonna be, because the first time never is. But you just have her prepared, not just for not getting pregnant, or not just for not getting a sexually transmitted disease, but you also prepare her for the emotional aspects that come along with having sex. You need to think about, this is not going to be the person that you're going to be with forever. Are you sure this is the person you want to give your virginity to? Because here's the thing, once you give your virginity away, you can't get it back. Are you sure this is that person? But if you're trying to be like producer James and thinking you can stop her from having sex when they've already done a whole bunch of other shit, so they're going to have sex. So the best thing is you prepare her for what can happen. And on that note, we're going to take a break and we'll be right back. Hey guys, it's Keisha, the host of the Libra Lounge with Keisha podcast and web series. If you follow me on social media, you know that the Million Harris is one of the sponsors of the show. I've told you all about the great hair products for both men and women that they have, but I wanted to give you an opportunity to actually see some of their hair bundles. Here they are. What I did was I ordered both 20 and 22-inch Malaysian bundles and a frontal from the Million Harris and took them to my stylist and had her make this unit. Yes, this is actually a lace front unit made from the bundles I purchased at the Million Harris. I usually don't wear this much hair extensions, nor do I wear it this long, but I really, really love it. The hair feels amazing. It looks great. I've been getting compliments everywhere that I go. So make sure to go to her website or stop by the shop and get your order on. She's got hair products, bundles, and mink lashes. Make sure to use my discount code Libra20 for 20% off your total purchase. Just another reminder to make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and subscribe to us on iTunes. And we would love it a lot if you gave us a 5-star review. Also, if you download the podcast app, which is I always call it the purple little box, and you can find us on there, and make sure to subscribe to us on there as well. All right, so back to Ask Keisha Valentine's Day Eve special. All right, producer James, what's next?
Next one's Jay from Houston.
Mm-hmm.
My wife has been in a slump, and she still holds everything down for our family. What is the best gift for me to give to her?
Leave her ass alone.
Peace.
No. Quiet. Yes, if you know that your wife has been in a slump, that's when you really, really, really need to be a good partner and think about what is it that I've noticed she hasn't been doing lately. Has she been going to go get her hair done? Has she been going to go get her nails done? Has she gone to get a facial, massage, things like that? you give those things to her and say, look, I don't know what's going on with you, because here's the thing, life is life. We all go through slumps, ups and downs, and it may not even be anything that her husband is doing wrong. It's just the stress from everyday hustle and bustle. So just say, baby, I want to give you a night off. I've got the kids. I'll do dinner. I'll take them to soccer, all that good stuff. Here are your options of things that I've already talked to your hairstylist. You can go get your hair done. After that, if you want to go get a massage, it's already paid for. There you go. Just give her a little bit of peace to have some time by herself, because that's probably what it is that I know for me, you're in your 30s, pushing 40, you just start feeling different about stuff. You start being in your head a lot about how you look, your weight, your health, money, just all those things. And it can really get to be overwhelming. So give her, men don't understand how important peace is to women. I know there's all these stupid ass memes going around saying, be his peace. God damn it. No, it needs to be the other way around. He needs to be her peace. Okay. I don't know why it's always like the women are doing so much, because women take on so many roles that it becomes exhausting, and you lose yourself in that. And I know for me, a lot of the times when I try to go do something for me, I'm getting a lot better at it. You feel guilty. You feel like I should be doing this for my husband or my kids or for the house. No, everyone deserves some peace. I'm telling you, that is probably, what's his name, Jay? That is what your wife is needing. Just some time to breathe. Breathe and not feel like, okay, I'm getting my nails done, but I got to hurry up so I can get back home and start the load of laundry. Or I got to hurry up and go pick up the kids. Take that away from her. Even for a day, I think she would have some time to really feel like herself again. And that's what she needs. And that's my advice, and I'm right about everything. So, Jay, that's what you need to do. Now, Jay, I'm going to be watching the news tomorrow night, and if they say that a man named Jay in Houston got stabbed, I know you did not take any of my advice, and that's on you. Okay, what's next?
Next up, Kaylee from Galveston. I have been hinting to my boyfriend that I'm ready to get engaged. He didn't ask me for Christmas or New Year's. How can I get him to pop the question on Valentine's Day? Help! Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point.
Girl, see, that's the problem. You can't tell someone when to propose to you. Why would you even want to do that? Don't you want to be surprised by what he does? Have you ever thought maybe he's not ready to marry you? He's not ready to be engaged. And you putting pressure on him about it? And believe me, I went through that phase too. I think a lot of women do. You cannot put that pressure on a man, because a lot of the times we think men are thinking one thing and they're thinking something like way stupider. But you don't know. Maybe he's saving up money to buy you the ring that he knows that you want. Maybe he's planning a special trip for you guys to go somewhere and he's going to pop the question. Maybe he just doesn't want to marry you. You are only ruining your relationship and your potential for him to actually propose to you by putting all this pressure on you, pressure on him. It's not fair to expect that someone's going to propose to you during Christmas time, nor New Year's, nor Valentine's Day. Personally, I wouldn't want to be proposed to on a holiday. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, I want my own special day. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what Kaylee's deal is with being proposed to on a holiday, but girl, you're going to wind up being somewhere in the corner looking stupid, because not only do you not have your proposal, but you don't have a boyfriend either. Let that dude do what he wants to do. He knows that you're ready to be proposed, because I guarantee you probably bring it up 15 times a day, every day. And nothing is more fucking annoying than a needy, clingy woman trying to pressure a man to do something. I don't know. Producer James, you want to give a male perspective?
Boy. Yeah, I don't like the idea of trying to find the day someone else expects. I mean, Valentine's Day, Christmas, this is cliched.
Yeah.
I think it's silly. I also think it's really silly for women to, again, start expecting that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, why hasn't he yet? I think he should have. Therefore, I'm pissed off at him because he hasn't. Well,
Right.
I'm sorry. Then you guys need to communicate better, or someone needs to set down some expectations a little clearer. But No, that's going to happen when it happens, if it happens, period. That you putting pressure on that only makes it worse.
Yeah, it's and you know what? And producer James and I have been together for 11 years and only married for 4. Of course, there was a lot of other things that went on that will explain why we've only been married 4 years. But I went through a phase where I was like, when are we doing this? When are we getting married? And you know what? I swear to you, as soon as I got off of that whole trip, that's when he did it. Because there is no more pressure. Men don't do well with pressure at all. That's why they're not women. So, what was this girl's name? Kaylee?
Kaylee.
I'm going to be honest, Kaylee, you sound super fucking annoying. So, you may just want to chill, before you're single. Sorry.
Or get a Gatorade for all that thirst.
Oh, Lord. Y'all, don't not watch the show anymore because producer James says stupid shit like that all the time.
Sorry.
All right, who is next?
Next up is Sam from Phoenix. Should I wait until after Valentine's Day to break up with my annoying and spoiled girlfriend? I hate her.
He's probably dating Kaylee.
This bitch won't shut up about getting married.
You got your answer. Is your boyfriend's name Sam? Oh, okay. So, Sam. Should you wait till after Valentine's Day? Oh God.
But she's annoying and spoiled.
Oh,
and he hates her.
Well, if she's already acting like that, I'm sure it doesn't really matter when he breaks up with her. She's gonna be pissed off. But I don't know. I actually don't know the right answer to that one. I feel as though if you're ready to break up with her, just break up with her.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's the same thing as people who say they really want to quit smoking, but they have to put some day on the calendar. Well, look, I'm going to smoke one more, and then on the 3rd Tuesday, I'm going to quit. Yeah. It's like either fucking quit or don't.
Yeah, and in this case, you're waiting for the perfect day to break up with this person while during that time she's still driving you batshit crazy. You're gonna wind up fucking beating her with a bat. So set yourself free, Sam. Just go ahead and break up with that girl. If she's that annoying as you say she is, just send her a fucking text message and change your number or block her or something like that. Because if she's annoying and spoiled, she really gonna get on your nerves after you break up with her. So
here's the thing. I think women get more pissed off if you break up after Valentine's Day, because then they start thinking, well, did you want to do this then? Why you lying to me then? I think that's even worse.
It kind of goes back to one of the questions where the guy was like, what did he say? Oh, I've only been dating a girl for 2 weeks. How do I, what do I do for Valentine's Day? Yeah. It's kind of the same thing. They're going to be like, but it was Valentine's Day. We were together. Why'd you break up with me the day after or 2 days after? Then you're going to go into all of, well, here, take your stuff back. Give me back my gift I gave you. You didn't really mean it. Then she really going to start getting on your nerves. So
break up. Just
do it.
Cut the cord, get out.
Cut the cord, set yourself free, especially if she's making you that damn miserable.
Just punch out, Goose.
Yep. Go. Good luck.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Brittany from Houston. Now, I like this one. This was very interesting.
Okay.
I haven't come out to my family and friends yet. I've been dating a female for about 3 months, and I'm afraid that someone will spot us out if we go out on Valentine's Day, but I know it's important to her. She doesn't know that I haven't come out yet. So we got shadows and closets and mess.
Okay.
So 2 females dating for 3 months. Brittany has not come out to her family or friends.
Okay, so I think that Brittany, you need to explain to your girlfriend that yes, you're happy. Yes, you're in love. Yes, you're happy in being in a relationship, but you need to be honest with her that you have not come out to your family and that has nothing to do with her nor y'all's relationship. That has to do with whatever the dynamics are with you and your family. That way, here's the thing. You don't have to go out on Valentine's Day. I don't know why why people think you have to go out on Valentine's Day. All you're going to do is be sitting in the damn line for 4 hours and getting some mediocre food and bad service because people are pissed off because it's so crowded. Do something special at home, or go get a hotel room and do something special there. But you have to explain to her that you are not ready to come out to your family. And that right there will take a lot of pressure off of you. And I can speak from experience because when James and I were dating, his family was not happy at all about him dating someone who's Black. But he was hiding that from me. But once he was able to say, hey, this is what's going on. They don't like you. They don't like you, one. They don't want me to be with the Black person. They don't do that. It makes things a lot complicated, a lot easier because you're having to lie to people on both sides. And I think that causes a lot of issues. And it kind of makes you it starts tarnishing your relationship with the person because there's so many lies. You're trying to keep up with the lies. And,
well, and
that's
even
a
if you're
hard
being,
one.
and even if you're being totally honest, like even if Brittany is telling her the other girl, "Hey, I'm afraid I can't come out," even if she's being totally honest about how everything is, there's still a point when you're kind of disrespecting or you're not growing. Like,
Yeah.
the relationship can never.
It's still
grow
a new relationship too. It's
if
3
it's
months. It's okay. So it's 3 months. They say that at 6 months, whether or not you really want to be with the person.
Mm-hmm.
That's enough time. So I can understand that 3 months, she hasn't come out to her family. There's obviously some issues there with the family. Like,
Oh, sure.
She either knows that they're not going to approve. She knows that there's a risk that her family's going to be upset with her or not talk to her because some families do that.
Oh,
You're a
yeah.
lesbian.
Yeah.
We don't want to have anything to do with you. And that's a lot to be turned away by your own family because your family's supposed to love you unconditionally. So back to the question about you being afraid that you'll be spotted out on Valentine's Day. Yeah, there's a big possibility that you will be because every guy's going to be out there with a side hoe and his side hoe can know your family. So just do something a little bit more low key, cook dinner at home, watch a movie, make love, take bubble baths, give her a massage. There's so many things that you can do inside of your house. But the first thing is you need to be honest with your partner about what's going on with your family. And I tell you what, you are going to feel a lot better once you have told that to her. And I think she will respect you more. She may not be happy that you haven't come out to your family, but that's not really for her to put a timeline on that. That's something that you got to deal with your family, and it doesn't have anything to do with her. But if you keep dating her and you're lying to your family about this person, and then you're having to lie to that person about your family, you're fucking up both relationships. So I think we have time for one more question.
And this may be my favorite.
Oh, Lord.
Joe from Hotlanta.
Joe's a hoe. I can already tell you. Anybody named Joe is a hoe.
He says, I'm seeing 3 chicks. How am I supposed to see them all on Valentine's Day?
Okay, what we're not about to do is play with you, Joe. You know goddamn well there's no way that you're going to be able to pull that shit off. If for some odd reason you do, please make sure you have your phone, video all of it, and then send it to me so I can see.
So I have an idea.
I bet you do. Don't let producer James get you cut, Joe.
Oh, you might get cut.
Oh, boy.
So you're seeing 3 chicks. You can't go through your whole life seeing 3 chicks.
No.
You know that's not going to work out in the long run.
Mm-mm.
So it's Valentine's Day. It's special. Ask all of them to join in a foursome.
Oh, see, that's...
Here's why. Number 1.
There's no... you don't need to give a further explanation.
Oh, no. I think this requires explanation.
Oh, gosh.
Here's the benefits. Number 1, you will see which ones are really cool, which ones are soldiers, and which ones just kind of need to go because they're boring. You're not going to marry all 3 of them anyway. Might as well find some way to weed them out.
Producer Dave, that's has to be one of the fucking dumbest things that you've ever said. And you've said a lot of dumb shit over the years, but that is in the top 5 of the stupidest things that you've said. Joe, do not listen to producer James at all, okay? If for some odd reason you feel like you have to see all 3 of your chicks on Valentine's Day, this is what you do. You get yourself a morning date, do a lunch date, do a dinner date. Whichever one you had the most fun with, that's the one you take home that night and you fuck. Or, you know what? At the end of your breakfast date, you fuck that chick. At the end of your lunch date, you fuck that chick. At the end of your dinner date, you fuck that chick. There you go. You're done.
See, I don't like that because by the time you get to the second and third chick, you're going to be shooting air bubbles. You know,
no, you're probably going to satisfy the third chick a lot more because you're not going to bust a nut super early. So you're going to be able to last it a little bit longer.
See, my plan just consolidates all that.
Your plan is dumb. Joe, don't listen to him. Joe, you need to pick a woman because, for one thing, I think it's kind of expensive to be dating 3 women at one time.
It's expensive enough dating one.
What? Yes. How the hell? Like, what do you do for a living, Joe? Because I need to get in on that company. That's a lot of pressure. I can never date 3 people at the same time. I would be calling y'all each other's names. I would just be like the worst. I would get caught day 1. Bitch, you lying and you cheating. So, Joe, it sounds like you're going to have a very busy Valentine's Day. Don't get nobody pregnant. And producer, you don't have any more advice, do you?
I want listeners to send me, if they have a success story with the scenario I just gave, I want to hear about it. Send it in, email it, whatever. I want to prove that my idea is not as dumb as Keisha says it is.
Well, on that note, we're going to take another break and we'll be back with Bitch Please.
Your very own Houston Havoc have teamed up with Keisha from the Libra Lounge to present to you the Lady Havoc Dance Team. This is the premier year for the Lady Havoc, and we're excited to offer you a great opportunity to sponsor the team. Call or email today to sign up to sponsor and show your support for the Lady Havoc Dance Team.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for our pre-Valentine's Day special. Again, next week, actually, we won't be on Wednesday evening. We will be on Tuesday evening. But we will be back to full video. Next week, our guest is Brian Keith Wilson. He's going to be coming in with some of the members of his play for Colored Boys. Oh, Lord. Okay. Help me out, James. For Colored Boys on the verge
of a nervous breakdown
with freedom ain't enough. Okay, so this was a choreo poem that Brian Keith Wilson wrote, and he has turned it into an actual play, and the play is going to be debuting in March, and we're very excited to have him come in and tell us all about, not just about the play, but the journey that he has taken to, from this idea to the book, and then now it is finally hitting the stage. And it's so funny because Brian and I became friends 5 years ago, and that is when he started to write for Colored Boys.
Yeah, it is
a labor of love.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's a powerful, raw piece of work.
Mm-hmm.
I highly recommend people go to our website, go to our little partners page, because there's a link to the book on Amazon. Buy the book, read it. If you like the book itself, try to find a way to see the show. I know we're doing it in Houston.
I think
Austin.
Yes, Austin, and then I think they are going on the road.
Yeah.
With the play, but we will have all the information and about show times and locations, and we'll give you the link so you can buy your ticket. Tickets are $35, and I can't wait to talk to some of the cast members as well. All right. I hope all of you guys enjoy your Valentine's Day tomorrow. Producer James, I love you, but
I love you
you're
too.
not getting no gift, and you're probably not going to get any booty either tomorrow night.
That's fine. I softened my hands up.
Good for you. On that note, it
Yeah.
is time
Now
for
it's time. Wait, let me
bitch.
announce it. Now it's time for Bitch Please.
Bitch, please. You be rolling down the street, telling stories. Bitch, you never tell the truth. Bitch, please. Everybody know you lying, bitch, cause all you do is lie.
Okay, so I don't really have a particular person that is going to be awarded the bitch please, but the whole situation is a bitch please. So let me tell you what happened. So when was it? Was it earlier this month? I think it was towards the end of January. Chris Brown was arrested in Paris because a woman said that she had gone back to his hotel room and she was raped by Chris Brown. Okay. So everyone was posting this story, including myself. I posted the story really verbatim to what was going on. I gave no opinions on whether or not I thought Chris Brown was guilty nor innocent. What I did say, and I still stand by this 120%, I think that Chris Brown does a lot of dumb shit, gets away with it, and then he moves on to do the next dumb thing. And in my post, I said, in the fashion of O.J. Simpson and George Zimmerman, which they both do shit, get off, and then they do other dumb things. Whereas I'm like, you know what? I know my ass was guilty, but I got off. Let me go on over here, get all my money. Let me go travel the world. I'm not going to tell nobody where I'm at. I'm not doing shit. Okay? That was my whole point. The bitch please comes from a lot of and I'm not going to say a lot of our followers, but everyone had an opinion about this situation. Now, at the end of the day, do I think Chris Brown raped this girl? No, I really don't. I don't believe he did it. People are like, he doesn't have to rape anyone. I don't think anyone has to rape anyone. I don't like that. I don't think anyone has to rape someone, but Chris Brown's got plenty of money. He was in another country, but I think he had his girlfriend with him. So the likelihood that he actually did rape this woman is very, 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 very low. What I did not appreciate, and this is where the bitch please comes, is that people assume, because I am a black female, that I support everything that is black. And no. I'm an equal opportunist. I don't like anybody. So everybody's fair game with me. If you're black and you do something fucked up, I'm going to call you out on it. If you're white and you do something fucked up, I'm going to call you out on it. If you're Hispanic and you do something stupid, I'm going to call you out on it. It's everyone's fair game with me. I got called racist. Now, granted, this is all from black people, okay? I got called racist. One person even accused me of, and this is almost laughable. Oh, there you go, siding with the colonizers. Really? Who the fuck says that? The colonizers? Really? Here's the thing. If you're going to come for me, you better come for me and you better be ready for me. And most of the time, people are not ready for me. They let these chubby cheeks fool them. They let the proper talking fool them. No, I'm a motherfucking gangster when it comes to words. I'm going to come for your ass if you come for me. They said that I put him in a category with George Zimmerman, who's a murderer. I also put him in a category with O.J. Simpson, who's a murderer as well. But it was okay to put Chris Brown and O.J. Simpson underneath the same category. But it was wrong to say George Zimmerman because George Zimmerman is not black. This is how I know people don't read shit. My comment said he fits in a category of them it doesn't have anything to do with murder. It has to do with people who get off. And then they don't just learn their lesson and go about their business. They keep doing stupid shit. Chris Brown right now is currently in the middle of a lawsuit because of an incident that happened last summer. And when I said, hey, he's still in, there's still issues going on from something that happened, people, stupid again, assumed I was talking about Rihanna. I'm like, no one's fucking talking about when he beat up Rihanna. That's old. Everybody knows that. I'm talking about the shit that happened last summer where a woman filed a police report and filed charges on Chris Brown and 2 members of his crew because she was at his house and Chris was there during a time where she was sexually assaulted by 2 of his crew members, including a female crew member of Chris's who forced this lady to perform oral sex on her while she was on her period. That was my point. I don't give a fuck what color Chris Brown is. He does dumb shit all the time. He's so talented. He's so rich. And I'm like, you should be enjoying life to the fullest. Here's another point. Chris Brown, just the other day, was so mad about some stupid beef that he has with Offset, who is married to Cardi B and is a member of the hip-hop group Migos. They were going back at it. Chris Brown posted his own physical address on Twitter. Chris Brown has over 50 million followers on Twitter. He was so mad and caught up in beefing with somebody. Now, and I don't even like to say beefing when it's all over the internet, because everybody's a goddamn internet thug. If you're going to beef with me, you're going to have to come up in my face and start some shit with me, okay? He posts his address online. How stupid is that? And it gets worse. His friends saw this. They were so concerned that he wasn't in his right mind, they actually had the police go and do a welfare check on him to make sure he was okay, because they're like, something ain't right. He posted his address on there. Can you imagine all the shit that could have happened? Of course, it was deleted, but if I saw Chris Brown's address on something, I would have took a screenshot of it and sold it. Like, hey, to the highest bidder, here's Chris Brown's address. So that was my point. Bitches, if you're going to come for me, you better be ready for me. And most of the time, y'all are not. And I'm really, 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 really trying to grow as a person. I'm creating a brand and a public image. And it is a very hard balance. But see, this is the shit that I'm talking about. Because I'm Black, it was really weird that I was attacked by other Black females. It was Black females. It wasn't Black. We can have a difference of opinion all day long, okay? And there were some people that were like, I don't think he did it. Great, okay, that's your opinion. But when you tell me that I'm racist, you tell me I'm siding with the colonizers, then some bitch was like, you're not famous, you're not rich. Okay, I never said that. If you look on my hashtags, I always say pre-rich, pre-famous, because I do have motherfucking goals. And guess what? At the end of the day, bitches, you're following my fucking page. I'm not following you. And on that note, good night, everyone. We'll see you next Tuesday.